Senate will be in order. Senate will be in order. On this vote, the yeas are 48, the nays are 51, with one senator responding present. Not having received the affirmative votes of 2/3 of the senators present, the resolution is not agreed to, and the Senate does not advise and consent to the ratification of the treaty. Without objection, so ordered.
The Senate can and should always act as the conscience of the nation. Historians may well say that we did not today on this treaty vote. Mr. President, I yield the floor.
Senate Majority Leader.
The Senate does not often refuse to ratify treaties, as borne out by the historical record. But the fact that the Senate has rejected several significant treaties this century underscores the important quality control function that was intended by the framers of the Constitution. The Founding Fathers never envisioned the Senate would be a rubber stamp for a flawed treaty.
Mr. Graham of Texas. Mr. Graham of Texas, no.
I will do something that I have never before done on the Senate floor in my 41 years in the United States Senate. I will vote present. I will do so in the hope that this treaty will sometime be returned for consideration under a different set of circumstances in which we can fully and dispassionately explore the ramifications of the treaty and any amendments, conditions, reservations, or statements in regard to it.
Relates directly to the treaty that none of this time be taken out of the limited time remaining for debate on the treaty.
So the politics argument failed, and the process argument failed, and now they're turning in desperation to the Chicken Little argument, warning us of the disastrous consequences should the Senate reject the WCTB.
I am deeply disappointed and offended by the way the Republicans have proceeded to consider this critical issue. We are turning our backs to the world community. We are relegating leadership to other countries. And we are saying to all of those who may question their own propriety in testing that it is okay. Democrats say without equivocation, it is not okay, that we will not relegate leadership.
Republican majority has said they want us to continue to discuss and debate this. They weren't interested in the safeguards. They weren't interested in the serious debate. They weren't interested in the serious process. So they could have put this on a track to be considered in an appropriate way, which I strongly supported. They decided otherwise, and we, therefore, have to make it clear, those of us who agree, that it is crazy for America to walk away from Britain and France, 11 of our NATO allies, the heads of our nuclear labs, the Joint Chiefs of Staff, 32 Nobel laureates, and the whole world having depended on us for all these decades to lead the fight for non-proliferation. And therefore, we have to keep this issue alive and continue to argue it in the strongest and most forceful terms. This issue should be beyond politics because the stakes are so high. We have a fundamental responsibility